Okay, what's up, y'all? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Okay, real quick, cause they getting the room ready for dinner. It's a little bit in the afternoon here on the ship, and I'm going to go over some more tax deductions with y'all. And today we're going to talk about travel inside the United States and travel outside the United States. So reason why I'm in this room is because I wanted you to see where I was at. I'm actually sitting on a cruise ship, the Norwegian Sky cruise ship. And there's actually another boat right beside us. I'll zoom in so you can see that. Go right on in here. There's another boat beside us. And that is the Carnival Pride. You may or may not be able to see it, but it's parked right beside another cruise ship. And there's the actual dinner room that I'm in. Nice. Nice sized dinner room. Excellent sized dinner room. Do a little panoramic view so you can see it. And as you can see, there's my stuff over here in the corner. I'm over here working. So yes, I am conducting business on this ship. So recording this is very well documented that I'm actually doing business on this ship. Okay? Just want to let you know. Alright. So, real quick, getting back to the tax part. So, bottom line, the rules, going back to publication 463, go to irs.gov, type in click on publications, type in publication 463, that's where all this stuff is coming from. But I'm on page 6, which is travel in the United States. That's the section I'm on. I highlighted it so I can share that with y'all. And basically, I'm not going to read everything because you can read as well as I can, but I'm just going to go over the highlights, stuff that you need to know. This is trip primarily for business. So if you're going to want to write off travel expenses, and if you're going to see family members, friends, or like me going on a cruise, they give you the rules on what you can and can't do. So on here it says these expenses include the travel cost of getting to and from your business destination and any business related expenses at your business destination. So bottom line, if you're going somewhere, I always tell people you always want to have a business purpose. So I'm totally self-employed. I ain't worked a job in years. So wherever I go, I'm always having a business purpose. But if you are an employee, a W-2 employee, you don't make most of your income from a business. You make most of your income from a job. So then now when you get off your job or when you're not working, you want to be in business mode. So how do you get in business mode? You want to get you some business cards. Now, that's old technology, but it still works, okay? You want to get you some flyers. You want to get you a website. Now, if you're in my econ, you have your own website, but you might want to have a different website. Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff. That's marketing, okay? Now, bottom line, wherever you go, especially if you're doing some traveling, you want to have a business purpose, okay? So on here, basically, it gives an example of what a business purpose is, and I'm not going to read it, but bottom line, you can write off your miles, you can write off meals, you can write off hotel costs, you can write off airplane, rent a car, stuff like that. Those are expenses that's related to travel, because obviously if you're going somewhere, you got to get there some way, okay? You're going to drive, fly, or take the train, okay? Most people fly or drive, okay? So this is trip primarily for business, trip primarily for personal reasons. If your trip was primarily for personal reasons, such as vacation, in other words, you're just having fun, the entire cost of the trip is non-deductible personal expense. So basically, if you're just going to have fun, you're going to the beach, and you ain't doing nothing but just playing in the water, splashing around. You're going to the amusement park, Disney World, wherever it is. You ain't going no business. You just having fun. Don't expect to write that off. Don't. Now, it says, however, for those lawyers out there, however, Your Honor, however, basically meaning, okay, you might be doing something else. You can deduct any expenses you have while at your destination that are directly related to your business. So, if for some reason you go into the amusement park, okay, Six Flags, Disney World, whatever it is, you go in there, and then on your way there, you talk to your aunt about your business. Okay, now you can write the mileage off going to your aunt house. Now, you didn't do business at Disney World, but you talked to your aunt. Hey, aunt, I'm going to Disney World. hey, you know what? On my way to Disney World, I want to tell you about this business I got. Okay, great. Now you can write off your miles. You had to drive to your outhouse. You stopped by your outhouse on your way to Disney World. Okay, great, good. You can write off the miles going to your outhouse. Now, once you leave your outhouse, you cut it off because you're no longer working. That's why I say you clock out. Now you about to go to Disney World and have fun. Okay, so bottom line, don't expect to write off your miles from your aunt to Disney World. That's why I try to make it simple. Okay, now if you were going to Disney World, this is scenario number 2. If you were going to Disney World and you were going there to meet an associate that's in the same business you were in, and while you were there, y'all were going to do some training, not hang around Mickey Mouse and go play around the park. No, y'all was going to Disney World to eat and do business mainly. Then now you can write off the trip to Disney World because you weren't going to Disney World to have fun. You was going to Disney World to work. Okay. Now, if you're going to Disney World to play with Mickey Mouse, you can't write off playing with Mickey Mouse. Okay. So I always tell people, don't be greedy. Bottom line, there's plenty of deductions out there. Just make sure you follow the rules. Now, in the book here, it says, and I read it from the book, this is a trip to a resort, and I've stayed on resorts for a long period of time. I stayed on a resort for a number of months. A trip to a resort or a cruise ship, and I've been on a cruise ship for a number of months. I know how this goes. May be a vacation even if the promoter advertises that it is primarily for business. The scheduling of incidental business activities during a trip, such as viewing videotapes or attending lectures dealing with general subjects, won't change what is really a vacation into a business trip. So that's what I call small stuff. That's what I got here. So if you're just going on a cruise ship and you're just talking a little bit of business and your main purpose for going on a cruise ship wasn't business, don't expect to write off the cruise. Nope. Now, if you was going on a cruise and the cruise, the number one reason why you was paying to go on a cruise was y'all was doing a business seminar. Now, I actually have a credit repair business, and I joined a company called Credit Repair Cloud. They actually have a credit repair cruise, and the whole purpose of going on a cruise is to train you on how to do credit repair business better. Okay, that would be tax deductible because the number one reason why I was getting on that boat is because I wanted to learn more about credit repair. Okay, so if you just go on the boat, the number one reason why is just for you to relax. Don't expect to write it off in your taxes. Okay, that's how simple this is. All right. So I normally tell people, stay away from stuff that's kind of shady. If it's kind of iffy, you don't know, just leave it alone. There's plenty of deductions out there. Now, outside of the United States, that's the other rule. Outside the United States, travel entirely for business, and this is on page 7, publication 463. Travel entirely for business or considering entirely for business. Travel entirely for business or consider entirely for business. This is outside the United States. You can deduct all your travel expenses for getting to and from your business destination if your trip is entirely for business or considered entirely for business. Like I was saying, the Credit Repair Cloud, they do a cruise about once a year. If I'm going on that cruise, the number one reason for me going on that boat is because I'm trying to learn credit repair. That you can get away with. Travel entirely for business, if you travel outside the United States and you spend the entire time on business activities, you can, that's what they said, not what I said, you can deduct all your travel expenses. So congratulations. As long as you're doing, the number one reason why you're getting on that boat or the number one reason why you're going out of town is for business only, then yes, you can write it off. Okay. So for those people that's in my econ, we having a big meeting the first weekend of January. A lot of people that's on my team stay in different parts of America. Okay, if you come into the Atlanta training and the special events that we have in Atlanta on the first weekend of January, then obviously you can write that off because the number one reason why you're going to Atlanta is so that you can get trained. Okay, you ain't going to Atlanta for a football game. Now, you ain't going to Atlanta for a party. You ain't going to celebrate. You ain't going to Atlanta to celebrate the first. Now, if you celebrate the first while you're in Atlanta, great, good. But bottom line, the number one reason why you went is because you was coming to my econ in Atlanta for training. So that would be travel locally in the United States. But right now we're talking about outside the United States. So a lot of people that travel outside the United States, when they want to get their taxes done, they want to write off a lot of expenses related to travel. I said, look, what was the number one reason? Why did you go? What was the number one reason why you went? So wrapping up here, On this section, it talks about cruise ships, because a lot of people like to take cruises, which is great. Cruises are nice. You can eat plenty of food and have a lot of fun. And it says you can deduct up to $2,000. They put a limit. $2,000 per year of your expenses for attending conventions, seminars, or similar meetings held on cruise ships. So if I was to do the credit repair cloud and I get on that ship and that thing costs more than $2,000, I can't write off no more than $2,000. So I really ain't trying to spend $2,000 on a cruise ship, but if I did, the max I can write off is $2,000. That's what they said. Okay? So that's on page 9. Page 9 of publication 463. Alright? So bottom line, just wrapping this up here, and then it talks about what you can write off: the convention, seminar, or meetings directly related to active conduct of your trade or business. The cruise ship is a vessel registered in the United States. All the cruise ship ports are called in the United States or in possession of the United States. It has a whole list of rules and regulations that you need to follow to write off the $2,000. The bottom line, the max you can write off on a cruise ship expense is $2,000. Okay, so the next video we'll get into is meals and entertainment. I love that. Now, President Trump, he got rid of the entertainment rule, just to give you a heads up. But bottom line, there is certain times you can write off entertainment, and they give you the rules on when you can. There ain't a whole lot of stuff you can do as far as entertainment goes, but I'll give you the strategies you need to know to write off your entertainment. And the meals are generally 50%. Just giving you a heads up on that. But bottom line, I got to wrap this up because I got to move on to the next thing. So talk to you next time. Have a good one.